All right, I think we're recording now. Today is June 8th, 2025. My name is Evan, and I have ocular melanoma. I'm back home now in South Bend, Indiana. Earlier this week, I had plaque radiation therapy or brachytherapy done at Franciscan Hospital in Indianapolis by Dr. John Minturn, and he is with the Midwest Eye Institute. I only had a 4-day treatment of the brachytherapy, and I stayed in Indianapolis at a hotel. I had the plaque removed yesterday, and I was able to travel back home. And this is my first video. Actually, this is my second video since being home. But tomorrow I want to try to launch my podcast, Blue on Black. And if you want to follow me on YouTube and Facebook, I have a personal documentary of my journey. I don't know how it would be described, but my personal journey is at Through Evan's Eye on Facebook and YouTube and the other social media sites. Although I just started being active this week to document my plaque therapy. So you've already seen me hopefully at my worst so far. Hopefully this is a little better. But I wanted to tap in and say hi, let everyone know that I'm still fine. I was able to take my patch off yesterday. I'm still doing daily eye drops, 1 drop times 4 times a day. But since yesterday afternoon, I've had my patch off, and I look like somebody beat me up. I do have a black eye, and I can't remember the last time in my life that I had a black eye, maybe as a child. But I am able to start opening my eye on my own, but it doesn't look great, but it doesn't look bad. I can open my eye about this far on my own, or it doesn't hurt. I can open it even further to let you see that it's still healing, obviously, but it'll be all right. Coming home and waking up this morning, I've had to face the reality that now I have to get back to life and what my life is going to look like from here on. And I've got a lot of issues that I'm going to discuss and bring to the table for discussion over the next few weeks. And hopefully I can reach out to my online or ocular melanoma community and we can move the ball forward, so to speak. But for today, I just wanted to check in, say hi. I love you all. I'll say that in every video, and I thank you all. I thank my beautiful wife for being my caregiver and loving me through the hard times, the sick times, the happy times, the not so happy times, because I got a lot of shit going on in my head right now. And I get frustrated at times, and my wife is the only person around me that sometimes I tend to take those frustrations out on, and she doesn't deserve it. But we've all been there. We all know how it goes. I don't want to dig too deep into a lot of stuff today. I just wanted to get this recording up, see if see how it looks on YouTube, and then we'll proceed tomorrow with moving forward with launching the Black on Blue Foundation or Blue on Black Foundation. Shame on me. Shame on me. Black on Blue. Come on now. We're going to launch the Blue on Black Foundation, and We'll explain more as we move along, but I want you guys to do me a favor. I want you to go over and reach out, check out this website, acureInsight.org. If you can go up and donate. You can hear about the latest news, celebrations. You can shop merch. You can see the event calendar. A Cure in Sight is the #1 online resource for ocular melanoma patients and caregivers to find information, to connect with each other. They are working diligently with many organizations, many doctors, many researchers in the industry to find a cure. The cure is not in the ocular portion of our disease, but in the melanoma portion of our disease as it metastasizes. It's a brutal disease, and it's taken a lot of us, but there are a lot of us still here. There are new patients being diagnosed every day, and the whole point of our efforts and the efforts of those at A Cure in Sight and other organizations like an Eye on Grace, go to that website, eyeongrace.com. The whole point is to provide resources and hope and vision and support for those who are being diagnosed, those who have been diagnosed, and what's going on in the ocular melanoma community. So go check out this website and show them some support. Go to their social media pages, like and follow and subscribe, and just get involved. Everybody doesn't have the means to donate monetarily, but we all have the means to contribute a little bit of our time, our love, our support, especially if ocular melanoma has hit close to you and touched someone you love, someone in your family, someone you know. Your involvement means so much to everyone in this community, and I hope you'll go check out this website, and I hope that you'll subscribe and like subscribe and like my videos, and hopefully they can bring a little bit of information to you and share a little bit more about what's going on in our community. I would like to connect with more patients, more caregivers, doctors and researchers and people who are working in our benefit. So thank you. I love you all. And do me a favor. Get a dilated eye exam. Know your eyes. They see everything. A dilated eye exam is the only way that a doctor can see in the back of your eye, which is the choroid layer is in the back of your eye. And a lot can happen back there without you ever even knowing. A lot of times, people don't even realize that they have a tumor growing in the back of their eye until it affects their vision. That's what happened to me. I have a 13 millimeter by 13 millimeter by 5 millimeter tumor in the back of my eye. And the plaque therapy is meant to kill that tumor. And the doctor is 95 to 98% sure that the brachytherapy will kill the tumor and that it could possibly decrease in size over time. But I had no idea until it started to affect my vision. My vision started getting blurry, and I wasn't proactive. I didn't go right to the eye doctor and have it checked out. I've never had an eye exam in my life except for the poster on the wall that you read when you have a physical or a driver's eye exam or for your driver's license or something like that. Gradually, it started getting worse. I chalked it up to age. I thought I was getting old. Finally, my age was catching up to me. I've always had perfect vision. Um, but then things started getting more blurry. I started having a little double vision, um, a little distorted vision. If I look at something that's in a straight line, suddenly it would have a curvature to it. I started noticing and mentioning to my wife that I would be on the phone with her looking outside at our vehicles. And if I look at it in this eye, the vehicle would be like this. It would look normal. If I looked at it in this eye, suddenly it would be oblongated. And it was crazy to me. And I'm like, I got to get this checked out. And sure enough, 6 weeks ago, that was maybe 8 weeks ago, but sure enough, 6 weeks ago, I was diagnosed with ocular melanoma, and I had never heard of it in my life. And I don't think if I would have heard of it, I would have processed it or understood or even acknowledged that it was a thing. But it's a thing. It's very rare, true. Only about 2,500 people in America, in the United States, will be diagnosed this year. It's a very rare disease, but it's very, very aggressive. It's very, very dangerous. And there's not a lot of treatment for the disease once it metastasizes. I will get my biopsy back. That will give me the genetic makeup of my tumor, which will narrow down my risks of metastasizing. It will narrow down treatment plans. It will help doctors with my future treatment if it metastasizes. And really, that's the only purpose for me getting a biopsy. Not necessarily the only reason or purpose, because here's what I'm facing. I have a 50% chance of my ocular melanoma metastasizing within 5 years. If it metastasizes, there is a 90% chance that it will metastasize in my liver. Another common area for it to metastasize is in the lungs. The problem with the liver, though, is once it metastasizes in the liver, there is no cure for metastasization, for the metastasized disease. There is no cure. It's just a matter of time. But once it metastasizes in the liver, I have a 1% chance of living beyond 5 years. That's very, very humbling to think about. I try to counter those thoughts with the fact that my quality of life is pretty decent right now. I don't have a lot of friends and family around me. I haven't told of a lot of friends and family about my diagnosis. I have my wife, and while at times I feel like I should just run away and disappear, sometimes it's for selfish reasons because I want to run away and disappear and hide. And then for other reasons, it's because I don't want my wife or anyone to have to go through this. But I try to counter those thoughts with the fact that I'm 52 years old. I thought I was getting old. Now I realize how young that is. Um, to imagine that I have so little control over my life right now is hard. It's pretty difficult. I feel like a big baby. I've cried more in the past 6 weeks than I've cried in my entire life. But I don't feel shame for it anymore. Because I know there are a lot of people out there who spend a lot of their day crying and just consumed by this disease. Clay Butler is a very inspirational ocular melanoma patient. Unfortunately, he's passed, but his videos are so valuable to help you sort of understand. I'm at the very early stages of this. There are people who have been on this journey for many, many, many years of their life. I think Clay's videos still help them and help their caregivers and people they love to understand this disease and where it's going. But in one of those videos, he talks about living for today, not dying twice, not dying today and then dying again in the end, but to live each and every day and love each and every day and enjoy each and every day. I'm sorry if that's rude, but if I didn't do that, you're going to see it start creep down, and grosses me out when I see people cry and their nose starts running and it gets down to their lip and then they're licking it off their lip. But anyway, so anyway, this got deeper than I wanted. Where are we at on time? It's been about 18 minutes, about an 18-minute video, but that's a good run. I hope to have more to talk about, more structured topic points in the future. These so far it's just been me rambling, but look for more videos. I hope you'll follow me. I hope you'll go check out acurensight.org. Go check out eyeongrace.com. There are a couple of ocular melanoma Facebook groups online that are just invaluable, with patients and caregivers and people who care and are there to support you. If you're new in your diagnosis, you can reach out to me. You can reach out to most anyone in this community. I have found that everyone is real, everyone cares, everyone's genuine, and everyone is here to support each other. So get your eyes dilated. I meant to make that message about 6 or 7 minutes ago, and then I got off on a tangent. But know your eyes. They see everything. Get a dilated eye exam. That allows the doctor to see the back of your eye. And ask him, ask her, ask the doctor if you have any freckles, if you have any nuvias, however it's pronounced. If you have any abnormalities in the back of your eye, and then make a mental note of that. Your eye health is as important as your cardiovascular health or your physical health or anything else in your life. Take care of your eyes. Encourage someone that you love to get a dilated eye exam. It doesn't cost much. It doesn't take a lot of time, especially if you're going to the eye doctor anyway. And ask those questions. And I love you all. I'll see you in the next video. I don't have a clever end of video like Clay Butler does, but I love that. He's a very clever guy. Go over and check out his videos on YouTube. Follow his Facebook page. And then he has links to some of his social media accounts. Who knew that he's a cartoonist and he did comic strips for many, many, many years that have been in hundreds of magazines. And that's called sidewalkbubblegum.com. Very funny stuff. But he also has personal blogs. One, I think it's called Super Dope Dad or something like that, where he talks about his relationship with his daughter and talks about being a father and things like that. And it's very, very touching. I did not know Clay Butler, but I wish I had. I wish I had the opportunity to know him. He's a very interesting individual. But for now, I'm going to sign off and I'll see you in the next video. I love y'all.